ANC Secretary General Fikile Mbalula has addressed the media following his visit to the home of the late former Deputy President David Mabuza in Barberton, Mpumalanga. Mabuza died in a Johannesburg hospital last Thursday at the age of 64. Newzroom Africa's senior politics reporter Ziyanda Ngcobo joins us live with more details. We did, Ziyanda, take the initial remarks that were being made by the ANC Secretary General outside the Mabuza home. We, of course, came out as soon as he was answering questions from you guys, journalists who are gathered there. Tell us what we missed.
Well, the ANC Secretary General was questioned about what his views are, and now that there is a current and former police minister being associated with this Vusi Kat Matlala character, who is a character that's in the underworld, and that these are two senior ANC members, that the ANC must have something to say about this from the perspective of public perception and the image of the organization, but also processes. And Mbalula saying, well, they have their own internal processes. This just also only came to their attention on Sunday, much like the rest of the country. The party has not met yet, and not wanting to be drawn on a very direct question on why can't the ANC just call for Mkhunu to resign while he's being investigated. And Mbalula sticking to the line that he did even yesterday, that the ANC step-aside rule is only invoked once there's been an arrest or someone appears before court. So not wanting to take a clear stand despite, being pressed against the public sentiment that is palpable about the discomfort that citizens have with having a police minister facing such damning allegations and a former minister who would have to be overseeing investigations being directly implicated in such allegations. So the ANC are trying to play it safe, and I wonder if such a moment requires them to play safe, and how that would land. And also Mbalula probed about other issues such as the US tariffs, which he's also deferred to the presidency, but by and large, as well as the issue of Minister Nkabane, that now even her own chief of staff and another official within the department have distanced themselves from the so-called independent panel and that process, which would then again infer that she lied under oath, and Mbalula saying that there are checks and balances sticking to the same script.
Of course, we will have to ask those questions, as he, after all, is the man who is running the ANC at the moment. Everything lands on his doorstep. About preparations for the funeral service of the late Deputy President, what did he have to say from the ANC's point of view?
Every day from today, there are going to be prayer services between 10 and 2 o'clock. On Friday, there will be a guard of honor at 2 o'clock at the late Deputy President's home here in Barberton, outlining that the ANC's main memorial will be in the Ehlanzeni region and the Polar Sports Grounds. That one will be led by ANC Deputy President Paul Mashatile. The other two in the other regions will be led by Gwede Mantashe, the National Chair, and Nomvula Mokonyana. Thereafter then, from Friday afternoon, all the official funeral arrangements will be communicated by the presidency.
Ziyanda Ngcobo, live from Barberton, outside the home of former Deputy President David Mabuza. Of course, the Newzroom Afrika team will be bringing you those memorial services, as well, of course, as the funeral itself on Saturday here on Channel 405.